collective message, brilliant. I'm going to be participating with viewers here and now, and yeah, so let's see what the cards have to say. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant collective reading. First time using a couple of decks to help populate some information direction. I've not really used those decks before, so for me, life is a classroom. Life is a classroom that gives us permission to make mistakes and learn from them, or build upon previous life expressions, previous life experiences, and really integrate those messages beyond your thought processes, your heart processes, and this energy gives you permission, freedom to continue growing in the direction you wish to grow. So a tree grows downward and upward at the same time. A tree goes through the seasons just like everything else. And yeah, I would love to help you answer some questions, bring in some insights from your ancestors, bring in some information that will help you elevate and move towards your highest self, which is a beautiful calling, a beautiful mission. So let's see if anyone comes in for a reading, or if I am just sitting here waiting. I call in my ancestors, my guides, my God, and all the demis that serve to redirect towards God. And I thank you for the ability to speak here and now to anybody who needs it. Life is a beautiful journey of discovery. Self-discovery is a beautiful journey. It's absolutely a pleasure to be doing life with as many people as I do life with. For the last 5 years, my expression has been restricted to an ex-partner, and so here and now I just operate on a basis of, what do I feel like doing? Spirit, what should I be doing? How should I be doing it? When should I be doing it? And why am I doing it? Universe is quite responsive. G'day, g'day. If you got a question, drop it into chat. Drop me a like. It helps other people float in if they've got any questions to ask of tarot cards. I'm reading tarot cards, and yeah, free readings. 10 of Cups literally just flipped out for the person that walked in. 10 of Cups energy is fulfillment. Fulfillment in the wisdom that you've been accruing, the wisdom that you've been applying yourself towards. Where you're shining your light is giving you a sense of direction. And so if you've got a question, drop it into chat. Let's read your cards, see what the cards have to say. I go on a resonant basis, so if something's resonating with you, then I will read on it. If not, I'll shuffle again. And usually we nail it in those 1 or 2 times. And I give you 2 chances to sort of get answers from the cards that I can pull from you. But if I'm not someone that can help you, I can probably point you towards a few other readers who quite effective, quite useful. Yeah. 9 of Swords next. So 9 of Swords with the 10 of Cups is the ascended level of your thoughts and the place that you've elevated your thoughts to, and now the relationships that are coming through this elevated thought pattern. I'm covering this sleepless person because the swords are what's important. So if you do have a question, drop it into chat, literally down here. It helps me give you a direction. Otherwise, I'll just keep offering you the truth of what I'm seeing in the cards as I'm seeing it. So I'm someone who will channel your energy into cards, and I'll shuffle your energy into cards. And I'm an energetic reader. I'm an intuitive reader. I connect with my ancestors, my bloodline, my lineage, and this is what gives me the ability to see more. So yeah, thanks for the like. I believe that helps the algorithm. Algorithms are weird. Imagine they're very binary, ones and zeros, which is awesome because masculine, 1, and feminine, 0, the potential for all reality to come about. Without women, we would not be able to do anything in this world. Literally, the world would stop. Very fortunate to come from a mother and a long line of mothers who raised daughters and sons that just, I'm seeing an owl, and I've got an owl sitting in front of me. So Athena, if that resonates with you, Athena comes through and has an offering of a message, and the message is the integration of yourself, your higher self. And I'm also getting Mut from ancient Egyptian theology. The lighter your heart becomes, the better your judgment goes. So when you give yourself the permission to be who you are, you become lighter. Inadvertently, you become lighter. And this lightness that you carry around with you and in you is, that's nice, something that will show your collective something new, something, I want to say, unhinged. Because not everyone's going to understand where you're coming from. Not everybody is going to see how you're going to move through the world and in the world and just generate energy, right? You generate energy at a pace like the sun. You don't even worry yourself so much about going supernova because you understand the universal laws, you understand cause and effect, you understand mentalism, correspondence, vibration, rhythm, and gender. Yeah, that's enough from you. I wonder. Bye. Yeah, right. Don't know. Kidnapped. I'm a bit old to be kidnapped, if I'm honest. Don't know where you take me. Diddy might be a bit scared of me. I could show him some demons and some angels that might make him, I don't know, revert, call to Christianity, probably. Crawl to Christianity came through just there. The funniest thing is these trolls don't offer much. They don't redirect much. They don't give much. And they try to take, they siphon, they liquefy themselves into the cocoon that they exist within, and they just come out as moths. And moths are drawn to the flame, right? Shine bright like a diamond. Oh man, energy is liquid. If you've got a question, anybody, if you've got a question, I'll try and offer it to you with the wisdom that I've collected through all the experiences that I've gone through and all of the institutions that have taught me, elevated me, allowed me opportunities to fall over, fail, and get back up again and just keep going. What is life but a choice to continue? When you choose to continue, you just explode, you just radiate, you just vibrate beyond the limitations and constructs that people try to house you in. I'm all of a sudden being drawn to show you my lantern again. I surround myself with things that give me instant feedback. I've got my sugar in front of me, I've got my sprays in front of me, I've got my incense burning in front of both of us. And so I've even got 5 cards that I pulled for the collective read that I just finished and totally forgot to offer free readings in. I just left, mostly because I needed to use the bathroom and I needed to grab a drink. 10:22, as I said that. G'day, Marge, or Marg, not sure which way to say that. And Levi Gaming, neat. What games are you into? Are you into tarot? Is that a game you play? Have you got a question that you'd like answered? Drop it into chat. Happy to read. Energy's fluid. The more energy that I expel, it seems that Source just returns it to me abundantly. I think this is an expression that you can experience as well. And yeah, better, Marge. Thanks, Miss Moonlight. That's all right. I'm happy to chat through it all anyway. I'm getting the 6 of Cups popping out. So I'm not sure if someone is entering into a new workplace, entering into a Cooperpedia Australia. I've been there once. I slept in a dugout for a couple of nights, played Minecraft while I was in it. Awesome. I'm hoping that the opal season that's coming is going to give everybody what they're looking for. And yeah, the hard work that they put in is something that I think is going to be received back. It's just what came through really quickly. I'm looking at my elephant, the sturdiness of the elephant. I've actually got elephant tattoos as well. It's a marker for my family. Elephants, to me, are just beautiful. They're these somewhat dangerous animals that just... Oh, hello, Adam the Ghost. Let's see who you are, shall we? Let's transmute energy of the bridge livers and see. Yeah, livers. Looking out into the world and trying to project, right? Are you the fool, or are you just seeking to offer something that wasn't asked? No idea. No idea why you're doing what you're doing. Maybe you're expecting a harvest, or expecting to cause confusion, or expecting to redirect. Go for it. People will see you. People will understand why you're doing what you're doing. Crazy cards. These aren't my crazy cards. If we want my crazy cards, I'll go to another deck for that. Beautiful. Flavia Improta. What's that mean? Flavia Improta. Flavor Improta. Improta. That's cool. That literally sent me onto a geometric pattern. I'm not going to read into your energy and try to read if you're joking or not. I've got ADHD, so I'll take it as I want to. Welcome to my space. Yeah, welcome to my space. I don't go to your page and bother you. So welcome to my space. I can say and do whatever I like here. And if anyone has a drama with that, they can literally GTFO. I don't give a fuck. I am here for the entertainment of myself and for the entertainment and delivery of information to people who are genuinely seeking. I do every night have a good night. So thanks for your blessing. Thanks for your energy. It was cute to watch. It's cute to see people come and go. And yeah, I've just become someone. I'm Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Rising, Libra Moon. So let's play, motherfucker. I used to be so timid before. I used to be so afraid of myself. That's gone. That's so gone. I'm not who I was yesterday, and yeah. Minimal. Let's see. Just type in stop or throw an emoji. Whoa. You have a few cards coming up. So what am I seeing with this? Rightio. Your guides. Your guides here. Cancer signs are from the 21st of June to the 22nd of July. 21 and 22. Awesome. Your guides here giving an offering that's inciting your passions. So, Cancerians, you're not currently present in these cards, but I guess in this one, ultimately, all these cards are wrapped up. The energy that you're moving towards in 2025, or for the rest of 2025, because we're already a quarter of the way in, and the energy that I'm seeing within this reading so far is highest integration, lowest play. You're allowing yourself to play within the realms of thoughts and action, and this is where your passion is really just being inflamed, engulfing your reality. If that resonated for you, I guess I can pull the top 9 cards, give you some further insights. Otherwise, if that's enough, Cancerians is a quite June, July, middle of the year. Where is that planetarily? I think that's Saturn. Saturn energy in the solar system in terms of going inward, outward from the sun. Not clear on that point at the moment, but yeah. Vague. Well, that's because it's just cards that flopped out. I'm just trying to get a sense of if anything resonated so that I can see your next 9 cards. So I'll read your top 9 cards. Devil energy in the center, strength energy in your position 3, death energy in your position 4, star energy position 2, and we've got 3 court cards appearing. So I'll begin reading for Cancerians here, and we'll have a look. So in your first position, the essence of this reading, the reason that these 5 cards popped out before, the challenge of a Cancerian having that hard shell and the pincers to look out for and the ability to scuttle left or right is fun. Being under the ocean is nice. When you're in a rock pool, not so nice. So when you do come out of the comfort zone of your little hole that you create, like I'm a diver, so when I was living in far north Queensland, there's these beautiful crabs that coexist with these fish. What were these fish called? But they basically live together in symbiotic relationship. So one of them will tend to the sand and the other will bring in rocks or hard debris so that they can build their shelter together. And this is what I'm seeing. So when I look at this card in your first position, it's really starting off in a quick way, in a trained way. I'm getting air of air, which is ultimately the thoughts that you're aligning with, the ideas that you're having, the dreams that you're having, the visions that you're having for your future are coming about in a nice, quick fashion. I'm seeing sort of like a tornado or a willy willy. You're moving like the ocean would inside of a storm. So when you're at the center of your storm, you're in the eye, but when you step out of that eye, you have the ability to move left or right, up or down, inward, outward. And your increase on this card is the star. So 17? Yeah, 1-7 breaks down to an 8. The breakthrough period for you moving forward is that when you're operating from this air of air energy, your strength comes out in a way that it's like you're abundant enough within your own expression. You're abundant within your thoughts, and maybe journaling is something Cancerians will be doing more, or maybe even documenting. Documenting for what? I'm going to look inside the deck. Yeah, right. Hermit is what I broke the deck to. So the documentation that is happening, and in this reading so far, I'm seeing 1, 2 on the outside of your reading, and I'm seeing 3, 4, 5, 6. And I just split to the Hermit. So 7. Ascension calling, ultimately rebirth and reimagining. Your stability comes from your ability not to be washed away, washed out. You're not a limited being. You're not somebody who's going to allow situations to dictate and punctuate your reality. You're in this process of moving forward, moving backwards, moving left, moving right, north, south, east, west, and Spirit's really coming through for me, because the next card in the center of your wheel is the Devil. So I paired Devil with Strength really well. We have the Lion and we have the Angel. I only say Angel because she's got a halo of the infinite. Devil for me is all about realizing the contracts that you've made with yourself, allowing yourself to remember why you came to this earth, allowing yourself to move into the energetic place that you want to exist in harmony with that little angel on your shoulder and that little devil on your shoulder, and realizing that the highest and lowest points of those two are you. Integrating your future self, integrating your past self into the present is what's going to allow you to fulfill your contracts, fulfill your desires in a meaningful way, not being locked to feminine or masculine. And yeah, this comes through really quickly once you accept and once you integrate your message. It comes through Cancerians, because that's what Manimal wanted to know about. Comes through really quickly. So maybe when you decide to float up from the ground of the ocean and you elevate yourself into the waters, crabs, when they're swimming in the water, look very strange. They have these fin, like their claws are more like they can swim with them. They're almost fin-ish, even though they're crustaceans, like fin-ish. Cancers are cardinals as well, so you guys are leading us forward into this movement. Right. That's why the major arcana are popping out the way that they are. So 1, 5, 17, 8, 13, and 15. Ooh, that's a lot of numbers. Your 7th card, so when you assess where you're going and where you align with where you're going, you tend to move very quickly once you've decided. So because you're getting so many major arcana coming out, Manimal and Cancerians, this is important for you guys to realize. As cardinals, you guys are sort of like the icebreaker on the boats that break the ice. Like you're at the very front of everything. You're at the very beginning of everything. Everything wisdom, everything water, everything emotional, everything relational, everything that is water-based and air-based and moon-based, really. You give us this way forward, and you give us the collective that you're attached to. The ability to be in... What is this? Knights are earth and wands are fire. Right. So you're giving us a new expression. Perhaps 2025 is where you guys begin to step out of the chaos and into passions again. So bringing something into the world, sure-footed is what I'm hearing. sure-footed steps that, like, I'm seeing. I used to play games, so I'm seeing the Death Knight when he's got when he or she has the buff that allows them to walk on water. They literally freeze the water beneath them, and so once you offer this gift to collective, you celebrate. You celebrate with your passions, your insights, and your manifestations. They just roll in. They roll in nicely. They roll in fluidly, and this just again gives you another cup. So whether you're going to be ascending into a position where you're offering your wisdom, you're giving the wisdom that you've collected through your life experiences, Cancerians. Thank you, Cardinals, for leading us through this, because ultimately, once we, the rest of us, get out, like the other 11 zodiacs, 12 in total, once we get out of our own way, once we allow the people, the 4 cardinals to lead us, the other 2 being fixed and mutable, we need to remember who we are. We need to know who we are, and we need to be able to do, follow, be as we are. Yeah, I hope that reading was any good for you. Thanks for letting me read for you and your collective of Cancerians. The star wanted to sit at the top of that, and the magician wants to sit at the top of your fallout cards. So follow yourself, follow your tools that you've collected, follow your experiences all the way out of the center of your shell. I'm seeing a snail, and from my very choppy memory right now, I'm just able to perceive that a crustacean or a shell-based animal begins with one little tiny etch that then builds and builds and builds as the animal devours food. And my phone's running out of charge, so I'm just putting it on charge, and I don't know how to set this up in a way that's not movie. I guess I can put it in here and hope that it doesn't echo funny. But no, I don't know how to do this. Fun times. I love challenges. I love the challenge of wanting things to go a certain way and then them, funnily enough, never working out the way you imagine. This is probably a mutable Sagittarian problem, not so much for everyone else. But yeah, that reading was nice for me. I don't remember right now. I think Cancer is my 7th or 6th house. So it's sort of something that I'm working towards integrating properly. My 12th house is Scorp. Wait, where would it be? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's my 8th. That's that's probably my south node, actually. So yeah, totally get that. If anybody else has any more questions, 3 likes and 3 people. Thanks, everyone. Cheers. Morning coffee. Good night beverage. Here for it. Grab what you're sipping on, take a toke of your smoke, and enjoy. Like, if anyone has anything they want to talk about, whether it be like spiritual, religious, esoteric, human, let's chat. I could sit here chatting with everybody about anything and read cards for people that have questions, or I can just sit here and chat with everyone. I enjoy consuming the energy just before going to bed because I sleep really well after doing this. Sleep really well. I wake up all throughout the night. I try not to look at the clock anymore because numerology is never ending. I mean, in terms of binary, 0 and 1, but it's never ending. Like 1 plus 1 equals, plus equals, plus equals, plus equals, and the Fibonacci sequence comes out. And yeah, I touched on the shell before, which Fibonacci sequence. Lotuses have the Fibonacci sequence. I can move through lots of different ideas, probably because of my ADHD, I'll say again. But yeah, if you're dropping in, drop a like. If not, drop a question down below. I'm a reader of readers. That's something that I used to say before. And yeah, I think I scared a couple of people by saying that. I read energy before I read and listen to words. I allow words to be actions that I'm going to pull from the playing cards. This is 2 decks, by the way. I just read what I'm very intuitive in terms of what comes through for me. I think this comes from the experience of just walking life with openness, walking life without rigidity, walking life without concern. Yeah. Flavia Imbrota. Alright. Whew. We got some dropouts while I was reading your question. 4 of Swords, Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, and Queen of Wands. So Queen of Wands is Water of Fire. Water of Fire coming up with 2 Ace cards. To answer your question, follow your intuition, follow your thoughts, allow those 2 to form an infinite symbol, and when required, do some meditations that activate both of your toric fields. So the toric field that begins at your 3rd eye and ends at the back of your head, and also the toric field that expresses from the top of your head down below. So getting out into the wilderness, getting out into the space that gives you the most sense of stability is where you'll begin to discover more and more what this past life fulfillment is. Past life fulfillment. You can have many lives within one lifetime. You can have many experiences within one lifetime. Every time that you connect with somebody inside of your collective experience, you create a new infinity. You create a new potentiality. You create a whole new world within that. So if you're up in Cuba PD, you're I'm just seeing the rainbow effect, and I hope that if you do strike it this year, which I'm seeing lots of red in your rainbow, and pretty sure that that's valuable. That's value. Those red opals. I don't know. I'm now seeing like 12 stones that shift colors, and the color, like it's like a clock of stones. What is that, spirit? "12 lifetimes? 12th lifetime?" So what is that? King of Pentacles, Fire of Earth. So your passion is what's going to begin fueling your manifestations. Your passion and your ability to collect experiences, integrate experiences, and all your previous lifetimes. So maybe in this lifetime, you've been on a journey of seeking how to find and connect your previous lifetimes. And I'm seeing a shaman, I'm seeing a few different tarot readers that I could point you towards. Probably Miss Moonlight could do that for me, actually. I feel like Elizabeth would be a good one. The more intuitive me, I think that she's got a really good stability with her giftings to connect with ancestral energy and write that line for you. Ace of Wands comes out again, and this is just telling and showing me that you're truthfully in alignment with your current mission. Your current mission comes through the most. Current mission is really important, and it can be a bit of a sidestep to try and figure out exactly what the previous lifetimes were for, but they all had their own mission, they all had their own purpose, and they all gave you something in that lifetime that you can access in this one. Your spirit is not bound to this planet. So before you go to bed, write in your journal, tonight I will dream of my previous lifetimes, and my ancestors will be there to guide me through my dreams so that when I wake, I will know what I need to know, and what I cannot know will be shown to me through the relationships, connections, and the physical realm which I exist within. So yeah, does that answer your question? Does that give you some stuff to go work with in your own spiritual closet? Because that's the kind of awakening message that I give. I give you some tools, tips, insights, redirection for yourself in line with your question, and ultimately playing cards. 2 wands in the ace is like your highest self, lowest self want you, the present self, to just be, because that being, that effervescent being, is what refreshes everything around you. And like, I'm seeing a cup of champagne. I don't know why. I'm seeing a cup of champagne, but every single time one of those little bubbles pops out, it turns into a seed, and then it falls into the ground, and then each one of those spots then becomes a tree. And so everywhere you're going is just like, even if you leave it behind you, it's like you've got a forest behind you. Like all of your ancestors are standing behind you, not asking you to look back, but asking you to be present enough, knowing that they're all there. Because ultimately, the more that you learn and integrate in this lifetime, the further along you can go, and the more multi-directionality that you have. So, cool. Cool. Salut. Thanks for letting me read you. Thanks for letting me read your energy. Thanks for letting me read your cards. Remember to have fun. Remember to reward yourself when you've worked hard. Remember to celebrate yourself when you achieve something, and remember to invite as many people along as possible, because ultimately you just grow and flow and move and shake, and it's like, I feel the earth move under my feet. I feel the sky tumbling down, tumbling down. I don't know. You seem like a party. I don't know. I like parties. I'm Sagittarian. I'm all about the intimacy and the lack of privacy of what a party offers. All right. I feel like I missed someone's question, so I'm going to scroll up a bit. Swami. I don't do third-party reads. But I can read your energy and have a look at
what I'm seeing. I mean, is this person someone that you're looking for to be added into your life? Is this person somebody that you're wanting to be a part of your life, and their feelings towards you? I put you at the center of what I read, and I've been literally staring at this whole time. After I looked at your picture, I stared at this eagle. So, higher perspective of your situation. When we I'm not a fortune teller. I'm not someone that airs out anybody's dirty laundry either. But essentially, when you see something in your mind's eye and when you begin to chase it, manifest it, accumulate it through experiences, you really direct where you go. Although this is an eagle, I'm seeing a falcon as well. They're able to hover in the same spot. So like a hummingbird. Ooh, lots of birds coming through with this one. There's a lot of potential within what I'm seeing for you. And the potential is limited by your imagination, is what comes through really for me. Your imagination, your thoughts, your processes. Do you have a dream journal? Do you have a like a vision board? These things sort of help you align with your own personal mission, and you knowing what this person will be able to add to your life is important, because ultimately, if you are wanting to achieve something in this lifetime and require a collaborator to be in a personal relationship with, that's great. But if you perceive that you're aiming or called to do something that's beyond the limitations of a relationship, then you should also honor that journey for yourself. Brilliant. Martial arts will be really grounding. Your writing will be really grounding. I used to do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu myself as well. Used to love it. I used to love rolling around on the mats because you just there's no offense. It's all sort of, with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu at least, it was for me, I never really wanted to put anyone in a hold or make them tap out. I can't even say that. I can't even say that. Brilliant. Wicked. No, I'm landlocked in Australia, so we don't have many. We got Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I've not seen that style offered here in Australia. But yeah, when you're, in relation to your question, when you are choosing to align yourself with another person that's external from yourself, when you see that your external reality is a reflection of your internal existence and vice versa, you can somewhat find answers like what you're seeking answered yourself. As you just saw me do a reading from playing cards, these are pretty cheap. Buy yourself one deck, buy yourself two decks, incorporate them. I usually play gin with these, or carioca in Spanish. But yeah, you will definitely learn more about yourself and more about why you're discovering about the outside for the inside, as above, so below, as within, so without. So you've already got a few practices within your repertoire which give you information as you're doing them. It wouldn't surprise me if while you're doing your martial arts, in that space where you need to be calm before an action, it wouldn't surprise me if you get intuition. So when you sit in that space, allow yourself, even before or immediately after your martial arts, ask the questions that you've been speaking in chat. Like, give yourself permission to find the answers yourself. Take yourself to a beach, take yourself to a forest, take yourself to a waterfall, take yourself to a temple, not to be a part of what is happening, but take yourself there to try and allow your inner voice, your inner monologue to speak the truth that you're looking for. Because ultimately, I can be a mirror for you and give you answers that I can read inside of cards. But ultimately, you have all of the answers inside of you. You came into this existence understanding and knowing what you had to do in this lifetime. So relationships are great. You can learn quite a lot from relationships, just like in martial arts. You need somebody to roll with or spar with so that you can continue growing and developing. And even in your writing, I would challenge you to write every day for 30 days and then go back to the day one and reread your own writing. You'll realize that your writing will become as strong as your martial arts increases as well. I'm seeing like a train track, literally. I'm seeing the stone, like I'm seeing the timbers fall down and stone sort of raining around that timber, and then these two clear lines, literally two clear lines, which would be the metal or spirit aligning you with your purpose. I love trains. I used to really not like trains, but I love trains. Their explosive horns typically like shake me out a little bit, but yeah. If you're going to continue moving forward in life, allowing yourself to experience the martial arts, the writing, the meditating, you're already on a path towards highest enlightenment. So just like the Buddha at the 7th stage of Ascension increases his psychic abilities or her psychic abilities, you too can access that path once you decide to channel your thoughts and your feelings and your expressions into a diamond. You can reflect all 7 aspects of yourself, and Kundalini is suddenly popping into my head. 4 of Cups. You're asking about the relationship that could appear with this person. So, Shaktism, left hand, right? I love different beliefs. I would need to go and study some more. Shakti, though. Shakti is something that has been coming up for me in a lot of my morning meditations. I don't know where to start looking at that, but Shakti comes out like at least 3 times while I'm journaling in the morning. Devi or Devil worship. Devi worship. Left path, the receiving path, not the assertive path, the taking path, the holding path. Yeah, no, I absolutely wanted to retract the word devil as soon as I said it. I was like, nope. I'm an Australian that lacks some culture around Indian culture, and my apologies. No offense meant. I did a collective reading before, and yeah. Thanks, Miss Moonlight. I love that. I love that. That was a part of the collective reading that I did before this one. I don't think human beings as a collective, the 8.2 billion plus of us, I don't think that we understand just how important Mother Earth is and the lesson that we can learn from the Mother. I'm seeing the uterus. Uterus? No. I'm seeing the Isis symbol, which to me is. I'll just draw it. That's the female sex organ in my mind. That circle at the top is the portal into all. And without women, we wouldn't have reality at all. Like, I feel saddened by all of the pain that the masculine has brought into the feminine's experience, because I was born into a male body. I chose a male body this time. I think previous lifetimes have been heavily female for me. And I connect with that energy with an ancestor guiding that way. Like, without women being the table or the stability, the doorway into everything. Yeah, Swami, very nice to meet you. Hopefully I was able to give you some insight in alignment with your question, but yeah. I love learning. I love learning that the bits and pieces that I do connect with are connected on a lot of different cultural levels. Like, it's just fascinating to me how many facets the diamond of humanity has, and how many different lights and shades and sounds we can all make, which draw back and point to the same thing: Mother, Father, and the crossover of creation. Like, the void speaks to me of all of potential coming from this eternal nothingness, which is absolutely beautiful, because everything and nothing, like, it's Schrodinger's cat, I think. Oh no, it is Schrodinger's cat. My right leg has just gone fully dead. I'm leaning on my right butt cheek too much. That's gonna keep falling. I need to reposition it so that it's more centered. More centered. Centered more. Ding! Will you stay there? Alright. I'm not sure. My phone is tipsy. I drink and my phone gets tipsy. Figure that out. I don't get. I only have a beer or two. And then I sort of get bored of the drinking. I used to be a heavy drinker. I used to not be able to stop. Used to definitely not be able to stop at one. Not good. I had to really figure out why I was doing that. I had to do a lot of shadow work in terms of why I was the way that I was, what kind of pain I was trying to run away from, what kind of things I was trying to hide from, and yeah. Well, drop a sub if you like. I tend to, I'm happy to read as often as I come online. Like, genuinely, my spirit sort of tells me, yep, jump online. Or okay, that's enough. It's a matter of obedience for me now. I noticed that even out in public, I always take my tarot wherever I go, and it's in my cute little no-name bag that I got from like Target, which is just like, I don't know, Walmart or something for the Americans, or it's literally a no-name bag. I love the thing. It contains everything that I need. I keep hand sanitizer in there, I keep sugar in there, I keep my Palo Santo in there, I keep my tarot cards, my earphones, my wallet, my tobacco, like essentials. And that's sort of, I don't know, whenever I feel that I need to give somebody a reading, I literally just ask them. So once upon a time, a couple of weekends ago, I was at a nightclub. And I went by myself. And so when I went into this nightclub, I didn't have anybody to hang out with. And so all of a sudden, Spirit goes, start reading cards. I gave 8 readings, and the universal law of, I guess, vibration and polarity, cause and effect, really revealed itself to me. Cause and effect. I was giving people free readings inside of a club, literally. It was a pan club. So, you know, the pan flute. Pan is I think a pagan god. And his stare would cause madness. Well, I really stared into the eyes of Pan and gave myself a trip and a half. Somebody paid me with 2 little tabs, 2 little square paper tabs, and my night was weird. It was brilliant. I join you in spirit, Swami. I would smoke also, but I'm trying not to because I've got some responsibilities that I've got to meet. But after October, I'll be joining you. I'll be joining you mentally in October, here and now. How about that? Enjoy the trains, enjoy the moonlight, enjoy the sunrise, integrate everything. Be an alchemist. Live life now. Oh, nicotine. Yes, Miss Moonlight, exactly the same. Maybe the 60s. I became a bit of a flower child that Saturday night. Literally. Yeah. After I got given that as payment for the reading, like, my night got even weirder. The readings got even more, like, I don't know. I couldn't quantify with words enough the energy that was coming through. Like, it was like they hit my third eye, and it was like I was bouncing between all of my chakra points, like beyond the 7 that we recognize, like into almost like 99 different chakra points. I don't even know if that's a thing, but it was like I was spinning around the solar system as Sirius is actually returning towards the sun. I left my body. I experienced an unbinding, actually. And since then, I've just been more and more willing to not so much be restricted just to here, but also be available to the collective that I walk within, offering readings to my boss, to my team leaders, to my mother, to my siblings, to people out in public. Like, it's just strange. Share your details, by the way. Like, it's okay. I am on Instagram, but I'm on Instagram privately. I think I'm going to turn my Instagram into kind of like a Patreon sort of setup. I share a lot of content that I watch. Whoa, I've hit an hour. I share a lot of content that I watch. It's a lot of affirmations, collective integration, collective energy work. I follow quite a few different pages that you can just follow yourself. Go on to Instagram and go down a rabbit hole of spirituality and you'll find a lot. Like, did I see right that Swami does astrology? I've been looking for an astrologist. And I'm from Melbourne, down south. Aussie from the southeast corner of Australia. Where was it? I feel like I saw astrology somewhere. Nope. Did I just imagine that? No, he does. Or she does. I can't really tell. The picture's way too little. The is way too little. Cool. Well, I feel pretty ready to go to bed. Six of Pentacles comes out. Assessment here. And assessment of energy, assessment of expression, and assessment of returns comes to mind with this. So everybody, make sure that cause and effect, the flow, the go, the stop, the no. Whoa. Six of Swords comes out with the Ace. Why did so many cards just flip out? With the Ace of Cups and the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands. Beautiful. I reckon each and everybody who's asked their questions, you're leaning into something beyond. You're leaning into the beyond. And the beyond is your next step. Your next steps will really start to color why you went through the experiences of your past, why the patterns of life and the flow of your spirit is leading you to these new things. So, yeah. I used to live in Cairns. That's where I was a diver. I married my ex-husband in Cairns. We got married on a boat on a reef out in the Great Barrier Reef. 2,300 kilometer stretch, but yeah, we chose a spot nearby. We rode out by catamaran. We had to find a celebrant who was able to dive underwater with us so that we could get married above water and below water. It was quite a magical experience for me. It integrated a lot of my previous walks of life. It allowed me to offer not just verbal commitment, but energetic commitment. The Fool comes out. Of course he does, right at the end. The Fool comes out, colored by the Queen of Wands, so fire aspects, and Four of Swords, so the Empress. Woo! Passionate Empress. Passionate abundance. Passionate fertility. Brilliant. I speak that as a gift from the universe to everybody who's watching and who has come in and who will come in, and just continue honoring the mother, the earth, continue honoring the father, the sky, and continue walking in your path, because ultimately this is where you will achieve the most success and balance. So yeah. I don't know who you are, little baby lol. Are you from before? Are you back? I call in Anubis, protector of the shadow. Entertain my friend. Allow the jackals to follow. If my friend doesn't come in light, I pray Ra and Isis find you. Ah, would you be Lauren? I don't take it personally. I had to go through and block a whole bunch of people. My previous relationship, my ex-husband, as I've been saying, caused a lot of trauma for me, and trust is not something that I give for free anymore. If someone bothers me, ciao. And in my space, in my energy, I'm very protective. I'm quite courteous until I'm not. My cutoff game's brilliant. And I don't have to answer to anybody that I don't want to, really. No, I got excited for something and then I caught weird vibes, and then that's just it. It's a me personal thing. It's not a you personal thing. Like, I'm an energy reader. I've been doing Reiki since I was 5 years old. I graduated Reiki 2 when I was 12 years old, and since then I haven't really honored my own path, my own energy. So now I do. Now I am. And yeah, it's not personal to you. It's personal to me. If I don't feel right with something, I don't sit with it. I don't fill my cup with other people's drinks or outpourings. It's just no. I was protecting my energy, just like what you're doing right now, projecting onto me, right? You're here in my channel asking why I blocked you. Ask your cards. You've got them. I know you do. You don't need to come here and ask me questions. Make a second account. Interesting mode of operandi. Interesting way to use your scope. I know. That's how I present in the world. Positivity used to be my only method of interacting. That's fine. Why are you here? Sashay alarei alarapakatasi, suyo alarei alarapaka, et alarei alaraputeseda. As above, so below, as within, so without. You're a reflection, I'm a mirror. Let's shine light into the universe, or part ways. I was about to go to bed. That's probably why I was about to go to bed. Oh gosh, neutrality. Okay, I can give you more information. You're a nurse. My ex was a nurse. I was triggered. I needed to not be seeing you because I was triggered. Is that enough? What would you like from me? What would you like from me? What would you like from me? I bet you're going to have to make a third account in a couple of seconds. Gosh, you've got time. There it is. What would you like from me? Cool. Then it won't be for me either. Ciao. Arigato gozaimasu. Chao. Bendiciones del Dios. Bendiciones del futuro. Bendiciones del pasado. Porque yo no tengo tiempo para la gente que me mandan mala vibra. Ándate la creta del mundo. And I still won't respond the way that you expect or anticipate. I literally opened this channel, this portal, for people to come and collectively get some answers, collectively get some movement within their experience. And I'm very chill to cut. I don't dramatize for very long. And yeah. Unfortunately, a knife in the hand of a warrior is a weapon, and a knife in the hand of a surgeon is a tool. Woo! Thanks for the review, though. Woo! Okay, my phone's getting drunker and drunker. All right, everybody. I hope you've had fun. I hope you have received something. I'm going to go and use the bathroom, going to go and howl at the moon a little. It's getting fuller and fuller. I've had a ripper time. I enjoy receiving people's energies, and it's just something that so one side of the sword, one side of the blade is inside of the hand of a surgeon. It's a surgical tool. It's something that they use with their hands to help heal, to help remove, to help heal, regenerate. But a sword in the hand of a warrior is a weapon. And so depending on the way that you present in the world is what you'll get back. It's just alchemy. Enjoy your day. Enjoy every moment. Enjoy every offering, because it's all free. All right. Namaste, everyone. Hasta luego. Hasta la próxima. Have a good one. And enjoy. We're not here for very long. So make the most of the time that you are here for, and remember that it's your life, and ultimately nobody should be steering your ship in any direction you don't want to be going in. And if you have to, knock that captain on the back of the head and take over the steering wheel again. Ciao!